Hello. The headline slot, eh? So, our son Thomas was diagnosed aged 8 in January last Christmas, just after Christmas, sorry. We noticed some unusual behaviour patterns following the same sort of step-by-step journey building up to it. But looking back, we were subconsciously in denial, as any parent naturally would, blaming the start of the junior school, the sad passing away of his grandmother in the November, but nothing really improved. So we were, as somebody alluded to, there was a bit of a gap in trying to get the diagnosis. So we were just about to make some GP appointments when Thomas sort of jumped the queue. We had 2 huge seizures just after Christmas, where he was blue lighted at the hospital, and after a week of tests then we got taken into the bad news room and given the devastating, life-changing news that our beautiful boy was changed forever. So, as you can imagine, we are completely gobsmacked. So it speaks volumes about the regard that this charity is held in, that our consultant sat us down, he explained about the disease, the science of it, the white matter, the long-chain fatty acids. He couldn't actually tell us about it, the impact of it. Instead, he gave us a leaflet for ALD Life. And we read that to the point of weighing it out. I can't tell you enough how 2 sides of A4 is such a comfort, because you really don't know. When you receive the terminal diagnosis for a previously fit and well, active child who was into karate, riding his bike, swimming, climbing, being a complete pain in the arse, I know it's a cliche, you have no idea where to turn. Nothing. So being able to read and digest hands-on information that ALD Life provided via this leaflet was very helpful. And it was literally the start of a new journey for us, a new life. So once we'd started conversing with Karen and Sarah, it became clear that even though ALD is so rare, there's a very knowledgeable and sadly very experienced support network. And it's incredibly important when you consider the alternative, because as Karen, I think, said, you're so isolated because it's so rare that you can't imagine not having the support that these guys provide. It's incredible. We'd only met, up to that point, one parent whose son sadly passed away about 20 years ago at the local hospice, so she wasn't much of a reference point for us. So having this ALD Life is literally a lifeline. And without them, we'd be much more in the dark and feel very, very more helpless. So when we got invited to the ALD Life weekend in London last year, we jumped at the chance. And after the first day in the hotel, we both said how at home we felt. We were among other families with affected boys and adults, and we had the opportunity to learn from a variety of experts in the field of rare disease. In fact, it was probably the safest place in the world to be that weekend for anyone with ALD, because you're surrounded by experts. The biggest thing to come out of that weekend is the friendships we built from meeting families. We now have a really solid network to bounce our worries off, and often these families, or Karen, are the first place we go with any queries about whatever behaviour Thomas is displaying, rather than our local clinical team. It's not just clinical stuff. We've compared notes on building cases for respite care packages, which vehicles are best for us, had advice on house adaptations, which medications would work for us. In fact, Thomas is now on some certain medications because it became suggested to us and we suggested it to the doctors. I can't tell you how much it means in terms of help for such a rare thing. So just to finish off, even though we've been dealt a very cruel blow, we feel fortunate to have the ALD Life community behind us. We're part of an elite club that nobody wants to be a member of, and one you can never leave. But thank you.